So I apologize. All right. Okay, that makes sense. Okay, so we're gonna go to Selesnya and is it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That sounds good to me. It's nice to not see such a hard defined meta, and instead have some more opportunities and options.
Agreed. Totally agreed. Totally.
All right, so we're moving into our match, and I mean, like, look at this hand. You go turn 1 Generous Visitor, turn 2 play Spirited Companion. Your 1 drop is now a 2/2 and swinging already.
That's as long as they can do that, that's a pretty awesome start.
Well, it's a pretty awesome start. You're also just refilling your hand with these Spirited Companions, and your entire deck is just super synergistic.
Thank you everyone in the chat who's still following along. Don't forget, I'm running a giveaway for the whole playoffs, !BO3. You have to be a follower. You put your name in to get booster pack. It's a set booster, by the way, of Innistrad Midnight Hunt. I'll mail it out anywhere in the world. If you're supporting the channel and you submit your name by going !BO3, you will get 2 tickets instead of 1.
I mean, how can you go wrong with 2 tickets?
Agreed.
So here we go, Spirited Companion coming in. That Abrade was nice and helpful, but like these little chips of damage, like this Generous Visitor is just a good magic card. It's great for this setup right now.
I'm really excited to see how well Jessica can handle this deck.
Yeah, so here's the thing, like Hanada comes down and it's not going to do that much.
No, it's not.
And I think we're in a position where we want these aspirants to come down. We grow this 1/1 companion.
Yep.
And we're going to swing in for 5. And all of a sudden, Hanada is just not enough. Now, what it can do, and I'll quickly take a look at Lex, is... yeah, they don't have everything they need. Now, Valor Stance can pick off a creature if it turns into a 4/4. But if you kind of play around the Valorous Stance, then you're in a pretty good spot. And then you're just swinging in for lethal. Wow. Where is the counter going?
Whatever.
I just skipped her. It was an accident. I can't get over this board, man.
Oh, this is nuts. Yeah, this is just extremely synergistic. And now the Slayer of the Hydra is another threat. So where are these counters going? I think you just spread them out.
Oh yeah, why not?
Yeah, Companion's gonna die. And Aspirant might die as well. Well, no. Only one of them is gonna die. And I think you have to kill the Aspirant with Valorous Stance. So you swing in with your 2 4/4s. Well, yeah, never mind. Why wouldn't you just swing in with the board? So you kill the 4/4, and you block the 1/1 Aspirant. You take 6. Take 5. So now let's see.
Mutate
We kind of want to.
So the chat found out our judge rule of mutate doesn't work for.
Yeah, I figured. Like, initially it made sense to me that it would.
Yeah.
But yeah, thank you, Turtlebox.
Yes, thank you very much. I was going to say that. I appreciate it.
So let's see, like, with Lair of the Hydra, I think this one's just over.
He doesn't even have to use it.
No, but like this Weaver of Harmony is now growing these Spirited Companions. So now this 4/4 is a 5/5. Otawara can bounce something. Oof. That's gross too. Yeah, let's see. I mean, I just want to put the counter. Yeah, I think the Naturalist is the perfect spot for this counter. So Hanada has to block. You have one legendary creature, so your channel's 3 mana. And let's see. Yeah, so Otawara, you bounce. Probably the 5. No, you don't want to bounce this card that draws you a card. So you probably just want to bounce the Naturalist. No, you have to bounce the 5/5 and then block the Naturalist.
Well, you have to if you want to live this combat phase.
All right, so okay, Weaver gets bounced. You block a 4/4 and take 5. Okay, I don't love that.
No.
And Weaver also just comes down and costs 1. Still grows the board. Yeah, that's game.
There's some mutate cards that would work though, because they add a counter.
Yes, that's different. It's the counter that's working.
Yeah, and then isn't there one that comes back as an artifact equipment? The animal dies and then comes back and equips itself to another animal.
Oh, maybe.
The lion, the green-white lion.
Right. I think so. I'd have to go through the mutate cards. It's been so long.
The Bronze-Hide Lion.
Yeah.
The Theros Beyond Death card.
Yeah, I feel like that might have been the last time I played, which is why I remember.
Thank you very much. 10 minutes later, Turtle Box again. I put a lot of work into the overlay, so that is really, really nice. Man, this Selesnya player just knows exactly what he wants in every matchup so far. He's
it's just one of those. It's one of those lists. I mean, I don't think you can keep this as that's a nice hand. I think yep. I think that's a good pitch.
Smoldering Egg is really
jumping.
good.
Yeah. Ooh, double egg. Love it.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are gonna flip, and I think if we see the mana that we want, this is gonna look really good for the. Yeah, I think you just get egg down, and then you just pop the visitor next turn.
I totally agree.
This is looking pretty good for the Jeskai player.
You can't risk not putting the second egg down.
I think that's where I'm at as well. Like, even if you get a couple counters on this visitor, the Abrade or Heated Debate are still gonna get it. Yeah. Spellbinder's not going to do enough.
No.
And one of these creatures is going to die.
Yep. I mean, at this point, I'd hit the 3/1 just because it's more of a threat. But
at the current moment, yeah. Wow, that Opus off the top. I mean, didn't have the land anyway. Still got instant speed removal. So I'm going to switch back over to our Enchantments player to see what they got going on.
Abrade is going to come in and kill that Spellbinder. And the counter start.
And you know what? That's actually great for our Celestia player. Because if you look at this, it blinks this Elite Spellbinder. And what's going to happen is they're just going to pick out the best card in Nyxborn's hand right now, which is that Heated Debate. And I don't like Magma Opus Heated Debate. That's not really a good spot.
Nope.
So we'll see if they don't have a land. They're staring down a 6-mana Hanada and a 5-mana Heated Debate. And unless there's a removal spell for this Elite Spellbinder right now, yeah. So that's 3 more counters. So we're getting a little closer. But here we go. Naturalist is going to come down.
Like, I get why he killed Spellbinder, but, like, didn't he need that land play?
I think the thought is, well, I think the thought. What I'm thinking is this line is try to transform these dragons as fast as possible so I can have blockers.
Part of me feels like you should ditch Magna Opus at this point.
I would have as well, but now with this Touch the Spirit Realm coming down, this match is pretty much just done. Exiling the other egg, you're going to put another counter on something else. Yeah, so pitch the Opus. Could be a removal spell or a counter, nothing. Yeah, so here we go. Unfortunately, what looked like an amazing hand for the Jeskai player just turned to nothing really fast.
Holy Batman.
That's crazy. Like, Heated Debate can pick off this Generous Visitor, but that's not enough.
And you don't want to just play the dragon into an attack and then you're creating mana, which really isn't going to benefit you.
Yeah, and then there's at the end of the day, there's just no way that the Jeskai player wins. Lair of the Hydra is just going to come in and swing for another 6.
Oh,
and that's
wow.
it. What a quick match.
Selesnya takes down Izzet in 2 games in the semifinals to move on to the finals. Good for them. Oops.
Just nuts.
Yep.
All right, well, we're going to quickly move over to our next match, I guess.
Are they still playing?
Yeah, so I'm hopping over to Acute Snake right now, and they're in a commanding position in Game 2. They lost Game 1 to Grail.
They lost Game 1 to Grail?
They did. So our Izzet player is going to be on the play for Game 3. What looks like well, I mean, we're not sure yet. We don't know what's coming down. But this Aspirant is probably going to resolve. And we'll see if we can just close this one out. Test of Talents in this hand is just, yeah, let's get rid of that. I think you counter that spell, you don't ever want to give your opponent an opportunity to... Yeah, there we go. So unless it's another Fading Hope in the hand, I think we're, yeah, Cyclone Summoner is not going to be good enough. A little too big.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm not surprised that there's 2 Jeskai decks that have gone this far. They had the strongest archetype going into the new set. So being able to add cards or tweak out weaker cards seems like that's where I wanted to start in this format. But I'm so happy to see that there are decks that are just squishing them and going very wide.
I mean, we're just in that wild west of Standard right now, where you have that clear number 1 or number 2.
Yeah.
And after that, it's just you got to break it open, and it's looking like we're seeing some super sweet new lists coming in, and yeah, just starting to take down some of these big mana combo-y style decks, and it's really great to see, especially like both of these green, white, and blue, white decks are just really. They're really playing under how big these decks get.
Mm-hmm. What's that? Farewell or Fair? What was the creatures, enchantments, and artifacts?
Farewell.
Farewell. I can see that card being a bigger player.
Yeah, I totally agree.
And it also makes you think too. Like if you look at these matchups over the weekend, and not just ours, but like on a whole. It makes you wonder, if you're going to stick with an archetype for the next 4 months, what adjustments do you make? Do you make any? Do you know what I mean?
Exactly.
Do you wait and see what other people make for adjustments?
Yeah, I mean, I think we're in a position right now where like nothing is really solid.
Yeah,
and
agreed.
Yeah, you just kind of wait and see. We saw a Cute Snake keep a 1-lander here, which is
crazy.
My kind of move. And I think it might pay off, to be honest.
I think it's too scary.
It's pretty scary, but we could see an expressive iteration coming here. And I'm playing, looking at Grail's hand blind. I don't know what's in there, but I would assume expressive iteration on 3, find a land, try to find a red source, and then Spike Field Hazard this Usher. If they go expressive iteration, I would try to let them find the land. I mean, that's tough. But now at 3 mana, an egg, you can't do anything with that right now. Wow. So Valorous Stance kills the egg. And we're going to be in a position where Spike Field Hazard's going to try to kill this Luminarch Aspirant, and Spell Pierce is right here to deal with that.
Oh, it just kills me to watch.
And you know what? Like, yeah, I see the Spike Field Hazard. We have Spell Pierce. So if Snake finds another land, and I'm Snake, I feel like I have this one in the bag. Unless there's going to be like a kicked Cinderclasm or something, which would be totally backbreaking and could very well happen right now. If we get away with one more turn, and even if we're on 3 lands and just saying, okay, go, you have Test of Talent, Spectral Adversary, Valorous Stance. It's that's a pretty nice suite of 3 cards, and we're still drawing another. Yeah, well, there it is.
This is what you need, is you need to keep the tempo deck off tempo.
Exactly. Deal with your creatures, play around them when they're tapped out. And yeah, I mean, and losing the dragon is big. And we still have a Test of Talents, so now it's just going to be wait and say go. Hall of Storm Giants, Hall of the Storm Giants.
I don't think he activates it now. Like,
I don't think you swing with it. And I'm cradling my little baby boy cat who just came to snuggle. I really don't think that you go for it. I think that you play patiently if you're the Is It Tempo player, or Is It Treasures player, and you just kind of wait this one out. Fading Hope can hit the land, which is nice, but yeah, we'll see.
you can, eh? Yeah. Yeah.
So you can Fading Hope one of these 1/1s as well on end step and scry.
Yep.
We'll just have to see. So Adversary can come down, phase 2 of these out, and become a 4/3. Yeah, so I like that. Hold up Test of Talents. I mean, sure, these Hall of the Storm Giants are pretty scary, but I don't see the Is It player activating them and doing much to them right now. I actually like Fading Hope here to protect your creature and hope there's no counter magic.
So you tested talents the Fading Hope? I mean,
Wow.
it doesn't seem like...
Well, I think that's a value play because the Fading Hope protects your creature. You can phase more stuff out, and you also get to scry. So instead of top decking this land, it's on the bottom.
Right.
So now we're just playing the go for it game, and I think the Is It player is just ahead.
Oh, wow.
So
2
what
can
would we get
play.
off the top. Yeah, I think a Wandering Emperor off the top is pretty much the only out for Acute Snake. Just being able to flash it in. Oh, Valorous Stance is great too. So that can pick off a Hall. So if Grail is just top decking lands, it just buys you time.
I think you trade with a Hall and then use it for the other Hall.
Yep, I agree.
Yeah. I guess he's thinking opposite.
There we go. Pay your 3 mana. So you're taking 2. Taking 1. Oof.
Expressive iteration, eh?
Yeah, that hurts.
OMG.
Well,
Leer.
actually, you know what? I would have countered the Expressive iteration because they don't have the mana to activate that Hall of the Storm Giants. So you could have gotten away with not taking the damage on that turn and just taking 2. But instead, Egg comes down, or Lear comes down.
They both can come
Right.
down. He's got enough mana to do both.
Oh, does he have another land in hand?
Yeah, Shatter Skull.
Yeah, so... Yeah, that's pretty rough.
That is rough. He may not be able to play anything from his graveyard, but the ability to go land in Lear is... Yeah, see, I would have just went all out.
Yeah, I mean, once you resolve Lear, like, your spells aren't getting countered. And sure, taxing this Lear is something, but Lear's just going to come down next turn anyway.
Yep.
And then you can just Flame Blessed Bolt this Elite Spellbinder, and I think it's going to be an Is It Selesnya final.
No way.
I mean, I did see a Cute Snake was they built this deck themselves, and they did an excellent job with that. This list did so well.
So well. Like, if he loses, this will be his first loss.
I know, it's crazy. But yeah, we're going to see a couple of swings.
It's
And I
progressive.
don't think there's a single card in this list that can save them. No, because this Aspirant comes down. Hall of the Storm Giants is going to swing in. I mean,
Oh no,
there's
I think he's
also,
going to concede.
Flame Blessed Bolt. Yeah, that's it.
No.
GG's to our Is It Control Player Grail.